It's time for this week's Cover Price Top 10 list. Not a lot has changed. And what does that tell us about the comic book market right now? Maybe people just want to read these books. Anyway, let's take a look at the list up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hello, panelologists. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. Before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Also, follow us on the other socials, Instagram, Bronzeville_comics, whatnot, Bronzeville_comics. I do sales every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And next Monday night is a Defenders sale, almost the entire run of Defenders. Also, there is a link in the description of this video. If you're not yet on Whatnot and want to get on, want to try it out, use the link here. You'll get $10 off your first purchase. Doesn't have to be with me. There's also a link to my eBay store as well as my email. So let's just jump into the Cover Price Top 10 list, and we'll see some familiar faces. And number 10, well, it is, what else? Ultimate Spider-Man #1. This is the J. Scott Campbell variant. Again, this, I'm not sure. It's kind of a cute little, Mary Jane Peter dancing, but it doesn't really hit the way most of the J. Scott Campbell Good Girl covers do. About $20 raw, and there is a 9.8 that sold for $80. Again, be very wary of these 9.8s for brand new books. So, folks want to read this Ultimate Spider-Man storyline. They're jumping on it. And it seems there's a clamoring to actually be readers of this storyline. And this is something that we've seen. It's, not the hot book that's driven by movie speculation. It's not something that's been optioned. And it seems as though, like, along with Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, no option news on that, but people want to read these books. Let's take a look at number 9. Ooh. Yeah, it's this. This I can't explain. X-Force #48, the John Cassidy ugly variant. I think that's the best way to describe it. It is ugly. And it's going for about $15 raw. I don't know. Oh God. How long before this is a foil? How long? We see nothing in the I guess there's the speculation that it was a spoof of the ugly Frank Miller Wolverine cover. Whatever, people want it. I actually picked one up at my LCS last week. I gave it away on my Whatnot stream on Monday. I don't understand. It's horrible. Let's go on to number 8. Number 8 is, this is a Moon Man. Issue #1, the Matt Taylor 1 in 50. This is a book that just came out last week from Image. There's a Sienkiewicz 1 in 100. The book is selling for, 40 some odd dollars. Let's take a look at what Cover Price has to say about it. Kid Cudi is a massive popular rapper producer. He's won 2 Grammys out of 6 nominations, sold over 22 million units. Now he's joining Image's massive verse with his own creation, Moon Man. Okay, I think that explains it. There's a lot of there have been a few books that have kind of that recording industry comic book crossover. Main character Ramon will be joining the ranks of Radiant, Black, Deadluckily, Inferno Girl, and many other titles. Matt Taylor has traced his psychedelic multiverse-looking cover for the 1 in 50 retailer incentive. Okay, so yeah, if you see something like that, I don't think I picked this up. Did I pick up Moon Man? I might have, but I didn't pick up the 1 in 50 variant. That is for sure. I'm trying to remember. Look up what I bought last week. Moon. Nope, don't have it. Maybe I'll pick one up today at the LCS. See if they still have some. Maybe I'll pick up a couple, do some giveaways. I don't know if I'll get the 1 in 50. I'll spend $50 for that. Anyway, let's go to number 7. Ultimate Invasion number 1. This is the first cover appearance of the new Ultimate Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and it tells like the story in the cover. Reed Richards from the old Ultimate Universe, who's now the maker, prevented the superheroes from being created, basically prevented Peter from getting bit by the radioactive spider, so there's no superheroes in this universe. It's 6160. It's selling for about $40. We do have 9/8 that have come to market and selling for north of $100. Again, brand new. This supply is much lower than the demand. Let's take a look at this. I didn't, because all these books were new. Ultimate Invasion 1. That up. And let's look for this particular variant. This is the second printing. And we can see there are 2 universal copies. Actually, that's the Virgin variant. Let's see. This one. No, it's not. It's just that the trade dress is at the bottom. Is that... There's one with a trade dress at the top? No? I guess not. That's weird that it doesn't match. Anyway, yeah, 2 9/8 that come to market that are in the census. So, or 2 copies, only 1 9/8. That doesn't make sense. 1 9/8, 1 9/6. And there were 2 sales. And something's not completely making sense there. What it probably is here is a pre-sale. Probably a pre-sale. A retailer that sent in a whole bunch of books to get graded and was pre-selling them. Anyway, let's look at next. Here we have X-Men number 27, the Peach Momoko New Champions variant. Book that's selling for about $25, but only $50-$60 in a 9/8. Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men number 1 arrives in stores next month. I think she's writing and certainly doing the art on the Ultimate X-Men run. With all the hype surrounding all the Ultimate titles, it'd be understandable that this book returns to our top 10 list. This book is receiving attention because it is the first cover appearance of a brand new character that Momoko designed herself, Maystorm. Originally, these covers were all theoretical sidekicks. However, Maystorm is the first to be adopted into the Marvel Universe. We'll see how significant her role is in the new Ultimate X-Men series. We will see. I'm picking that up. I think the Ultimate X-Men run when it comes out. Let's go to number 5. And number 5 is Wolverine number 42, the Art Adams 1 in 25 variant. And this is hot as a pistol. It's a 1 in 25. It's an Art Adams. Raw is selling for $100. It came out last week. What a fantastic cover. Arthur Adams truly delivers an outstanding piece of X-23 artwork with so many rumors surrounding Deadpool 3. And remember, Sunday I believe it's confirmed that we're getting a Deadpool 3 trailer. X-23 is slowly becoming one of the most anticipated rumors. X-23 has been a staple of Logan's mythos, and this cover is sure to be an iconic one. Fans already think so. Taking the cover to nearly 4 times the MSRP on a 1 in 25 incentive cover, and it only released last week. So yeah, that's going for $100. Let's just take a quick look at eBay. I'm curious. Wolverine 42 Adams. Wolverine, spell it right. 42 Adams. Okay, one sold for $81, $91, $75. Let's see what's available. Oh, a $70 copy. That's intriguing. I'd have to look to see if there's any damage on that, because you do want like a 9/8 candidate. Interesting. $75. So 100 seems a little bit high. But this one at $80 has 18 bids already. So, and this is 120. That's a little bit high. I just want to take a look at this $70 one. I'm just curious as to, I mean, it's hard to tell. It looks a little like if it would be a 9.8 candidate. I don't see anything that says it wouldn't. It might be worth a risk, but not from me. Let's go to number 4. And it's Ultimate Black Panther, number 1. Stefano Caselli, A cover, going for near mint raw copies up over $30. A bunch of variants of this one as well. So this Ultimate Universe is scorching hot. Here's hoping that you pre-ordered and secured your copy of the Ultimate Black Panther number 1. It's coming out this week. Is it on my list? I think so. By the trending pre-orders, this book will be another sellout on the tail of Ultimate Spider-Man's number 1 success. This book is set to debut the new Ultimate Black Panther character. It hasn't even hit the shelves yet, and already number 4 trending sales in the aftermarket. So yeah, that's coming out today, and it's going for $40 for like cover A, or upwards of $40. What if I don't have this on my pull list, I'm going to grab one, at least one. Let's go to number 3 on the list. And it is Avengers Twilight, number 2, the Alex Ross cover. First appearance of the Thunderbolt Troopers, first appearance of the new Bullseye. Again, a book that came out last week and is selling for, I don't know, about $15. This book continues the trend of introducing new characters. This book was released last week, and its price has already tripled. The book introduces the Thunderbolt Troopers and also has the first appearance of a new Bullseye, Ramona Jones. Tons of new characters. Wasn't she on The Office? I kid. Tons of new characters are appearing in these new titles, and fans can't get enough. This is a little bit more speculation. If you see it for cover price, it might not be a bad pickup. It's an Alex Ross cover. Chip Zdarsky script. It's probably at the very least worth a read. Let's jump to number 2 on the list, and it is Avengers Twilight number 1. This is the first appearance of James Stark, and this book is going for like about $15 to $20, upwards to $30. Marvel is starting the new year with new stories and new characters. This book introduces a new heir to the Stark Empire, his son James. Although we won't share spoilers, let's just say the apple fell very far from the tree. With an introduction to a potentially big character, the fact that this is a stellar Alex Ross cover only increases demand in the aftermarket. So, interesting book. And let's just get through this list and go to number 1. And number 1, Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. Once again, at the top of the heap. You can't find this. It's going for like $70 raw and upwards of 209.8. So that is a book that this is the hot book right now. And it's interesting because it's Spider-Man. You know, this isn't a new indie title that nobody's heard of. I imagine that a bunch of people like ordered this. And we can see, I'm imagining there's no census. So these all have to be pre-sales. Like in the $175, $200 range. All pretty consistent. 5 sales. Again, probably pre-sales. Back at it again. We have the number 1 selling cover A of the year, released on January 10th. This book has been on our top 10 list for nearly a whole month. The aftermarket cannot get enough of the Ultimate Spider-Man. This cover A has been defying typical comic trends. Usually with a book like this, we see the incentive covers or store exclusives take the spotlight. However, the fans dictate the market, and right now, cover A is the king. We tracked a total of 126 copies sold, at a high of $200 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint fair market value of $57. So you're going to spend north of $50 for this book. Again, the top 10 dominated by very recent books. The oldest book on the list is it the Momoko X-Men or the Ultimate Invasion, which came out like in the summer. Everything else came out in 2024. So let's take a look. I want to take a quick look at the runners up. Dr. Aphra, number 40, a 1 in 25. That's the final issue of this run. Another Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the family portrait cover, Spawn number 1. This is, I mean, there's so many copies out there. It just keeps selling. Ultimate Universe number 1. I think people now going back and want to get into the storyline. Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the black suit, Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. This is the second print. So even the second print is going like hotcakes. Darker Image, early appearance of the Max. We have heard that there is a possibility, I don't think it's been completely confirmed, that Channing Tatum is going to be playing the Max. Howard the Duck number 1. And Covrprice says, we have no idea the way this book hit the list. There's no concrete news about anything about this book. It's in the internet. And it's also 20 copies. This is also a 25 center, a book from, this is probably 1974, 75, I think, where we'll see. I mean, I've held the idea that I think Marvel more than likely will do something in a longer form animated with Howard the Duck. They've had him on the periphery of the universe, the MCU, for a while, and it'd be something a little bit different in tone. Animated, I think, would be perfect for him. Number 19, no surprise here, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, with the casting of, was it Millie Alcock as the Supergirl. She's going to appear in the Superman film, and then they already announced that they are going to take this miniseries and adapt it for the big screen. So I think we're going to see Supergirl for a while. And then number 20, we have the set photo from Daredevil Born Again that made it quite evident that we will see the White Tiger. My only question is that the only White Tiger we're going to see, or eventually going to get the second White Tiger? That does it for the Covrprice Top 10. What do you think of the list? Are you reading any of these books? Are you into this Ultimate Universe? And have you been reading? Did you read the Ultimate Universe miniseries? Are you picking up the Spider-Man book, the Black Panther book? Are you going to get the X-Men book? I think what's interesting about this list, and I think something that the hobby needs to reinvigorate itself, is stories that are coming out now that people want to read. That especially for younger readers, this is going to be their Secret Wars, right? This is going to be their Spawn 1. This might be something that ignites their passion for the hobby. And we need good stories, solid characters, things that people connect to get people into the hobby to read the comic books, right? People are always going to be chasing, like, Amazing Fantasy 15 or Detective 27, but the entire hobby still needs to be people reading what's on the printed page. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd like to thank you for stopping by. You can take a look at a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.